Hello everyone, Jean here from CreativelyJean. Okay, today I'm going to show you guys how to make a simple paper weave basket for Easter or any occasion. I used to make these quite a bit back in the day when I did daycare and stuff like that. I made different sizes. I'll show you different size at the end. This is really quick and easy to make. You can decorate any way you want. I just put a little bit of ribbon along the top of this one, but they stand, let's see, they're pretty good size. So it's about 7¼ in circumference there and 4 inches deep. So you get quite a bit in there. Okay, we'll go over all the sizes as we make it. So I don't want to give you all the sizes at once and then you get a little confused here. Okay, bring this up. First thing you're going to need is a circle that's around 7¼ inches. I like to use some kind of cardboard for the bottom. This is a really light, thin, I don't even know what that's from. I think this is from a back of paper. And you can use like a cereal box just for a little bit stability. If you don't have this, then just double up some paper. So that's the first thing you need. The second thing you're going to need is 8 strips that are 1 inch by 5. I'm using 2 different colors. I'm using purple and the pink, the light pink. So I have 4 of each. So they're 1 inch by 5 inches long. Then, now you can randomly put these around. If you're not good at, spacing them randomly, you can make yourself a little template. So take another circle out of cardstock that's 7¼ and just fold it once, fold it in half again, and then fold it in half again. That'll give you 8 segments then. And then I just hold it on here. Let me get see if I have a pencil. And I just get my little pencil here. And I just hold this on there. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then where the lines are, I just kind of make a pencil mark. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. And you can just eyeball this. Is what I do most of the time. Especially when I do the smaller one. Okay. And now you have your little markings on there. Okay. And then next step is we are just going to glue these around. And then we're just going to alternate the colors. You can do your colors any way you want. You can do all one color if you want. And you can use, I'm going to put it this way so the green's on the outside. And you can use like hot glue if you want. I don't. This glue dries really fast. This is my Barely Arts glue. Glues really, really fast. You don't need a lot. So I don't have a problem. And as I drop a piece off because I'm being too impatient. These are really like, fun to make and they don't take no time at all to make. So if you need like maybe some baskets for like your, brownie troop or for your daycare like I did in the past or the nursing home, or you I got a little one I'll show you at the end. They make a good teacher's gift too. Put a few little things inside of it. Even just for your own kids, if you can't find a basket you like, or you like doing things handmade. I prefer to try to do things if I can. If I can make it, I'm going to try it. And these come out really cute, and you can decorate them any way you want if you want to. You don't have to. Yeah, and the purple one. Mine have a smooth side and a grain side, so I'm just trying to put the pattern, the grain side down. The textured side, that's the word I was looking for. Because I'll show you next step. why that matters. It doesn't show up a real lot, the texture, but I'll see if you can see on the samples. Yes, you'll be able to see on the sample later. Okay, then try and go on to the next step. Okay, so then I like to take out of your matching cardstock, make 2 circles that are 7 1/4. Now, if you don't have a die cutting machine or something, find a dinner plate or some kind of circle that you have around the house. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. You have a little bit of leftover paper. I'll show you as we're going along. So just get around 7 1/4. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 on this side to cover up. And this is optional. You know, you don't have to do this part, but you know, I just like to kind of finish things off. So we're just going to put this on. Even it up the best you can. Like I said, that's totally optional. I just like to make a nice finish. Okay, now we're going to flip this over and we're going to bend all of these in. Just like that. Easy peasy, right? Well, before we do that, why don't we lay our other piece down? Doesn't really matter, but let's lay our other piece down. Finish the inside. Especially if you're using like a cereal box or something like that, you want to make it look a little nice inside. And if I was doing this myself, I would be laying a stack of paper pack or something on this and let it sit for a while. But when you're on camera, you don't have that time to do that stuff, do you? So just make sure it's nice and down. Okay, again, we're just going to bring all these up. Okay, so simple so far. Then we're going to need 10 strips. For the basket, we're going to need 8. So we'll just start with vest. So we're going to need 8 strips that are 1 inch by 12 inches. And we are going to glue these together. And I already have the other ones glued together because we want to make sure they dry a little bit. So I'm going to put this one aside while we do the other ones. Okay. So you want 8 strips that are 1 inch by 12 inches and glue 2 of them together. That'll make like around a 24 inch. Let me see. Comes out to be about 24.5 depending on how much of an overlap you have. Now all we're going to do is I'm just going to glue it to the inside here. Just like that. Bring it down maybe a little bit here so you guys can see. Just glue it to the inside. I'm going to put a little glue to the inside here, and I'm just going to put it down on there. And then I'm just going to start winding it around just to kind of get it in place while I'm working. And just make sure I have it. If I don't, I forgot that one. There we go. Don't worry if you put it on wrong. I've done that before. Okay, so I got my first one in place. And then we're just going to keep going around. I'm just going to put a little glue down in here. Doesn't take much for this glue to hold. And you're just going to weave it in and out, in and out. Now let's see if I can bring it up for you. Okay, then we're just going to make sure we got that on straight. Put a little glue down on this one. Like I said, just weave in and out, in and out. And just kind of pull it nice and tight around the bottom. Once you get this first one in, the rest will just gonna go right on top. Did I miss that one? Am I just like, I thought I got that one. Okay. Everybody's good. This one's gonna go on the inside. And like, if you want, you can use clips. Like I got like paper clips, clothespins, whatever. If you need help, you can just use the clips to hold it. It dries really fast, so I really don't need to do that. But if you have a glue that maybe doesn't dry as fast, use some kind of clips to help hold that while it's all drying. Make sure. All right, then you're gonna match up to where you started. And let's see if I want to cut a little bit off. Then bring that one tight enough. Let's bring that in a little bit. Bring that a little tighter. And just put some glue on the last piece. And you're gonna match it up where you started. I'll pick this up and show you then what we have. Okay, so there's your first row on. Okay, then make sure everybody's down. I'm gluing too far down apparently. Okay, now where did I start? So now I'm gonna start on the purple one. I started on the pink one because you want to go inside. So now I'm gonna take a pink one. So I like to start on the inside. Kind of hide that seam a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna stack it on top there. As it's sitting there when I'm holding it, I like to, just so it's not hanging off to the side, I like to just keep it in here. And I know where it needs to go. This is just a simple basket to make. I've made baskets, you know, like using boxes and making handles for, you know, you just, whatever you have laying around, see what you can make. When I did daycare, you didn't go out and buy all the stuff. You used what you had around. Try to recycle as much stuff as possible. Well, back then, I don't know if they make, the strawberry containers are a little different now, but strawberry containers used to be a little different back then. And they made a nice basket. Here we go. And I just lay it on top. Just make sure it's right on top of the other one like that as you're going around. Now we are back to the beginning. Throw some on here. And line it up. Get that one to hold for a second. Okay. Next, We'll get some glue off our hands. And grab, oh, there's the purple one that was drying. Okay. Now we're gonna go the next row, and you can make, you know, these as tall as you want. I find that this is a pretty good size. I mean, it'll hold a lot. Once you put some of that fake grass in and stuff, it'll be all prettied up, which I don't have any yet because I don't know if I'm doing any baskets this year. I've got a different plan in mind this year. I mean, I have a, you know, 16-year-old, so does she need the basket? Who knows? Yes, she still gets Easter stuff. So does my daughter. I love just, like, you know, giving stuff and doing this kind of stuff and for other people. I don't need to receive anything. I just like doing it for other people. Okay. We are getting there. They don't take too long. We're at 17 minutes right now, but you know, some of it I didn't start right away. So, but they really don't take long to make. Probably the longest is cutting everything out or deciding on your colors. Okay, back to the beginning. Okay, this is where we're at so far. So we got 3 layers. And now we are going to do our last layer, the pink. That inside. I do most of my stuff. I do most of my planning, like when the dogs are up. They're both 2 and 2.5 now, and yeah, they need your attention. So I kind of sketch things out and plan things out, and then when they go down for the night, that's when I start cutting things and making my samples and stuff like that. Make sure it works out, because I have things in my head, but the engineering part just might not work out. Sometimes I've had to really fiddle to make things work out. I'm not an engineer. So I just kind of, you know, work the way I think it'll work. Other people might have a better way. But when the dogs are up, you can't even think. Let me tell you, those two, they want your attention. Our rescue dog, oh, she just wants to be touched all day long. I'm like, no. We give her loving, and then it's like, nope, you're on your own now. Otherwise, she's gonna want it all day long. Okay, here we go. So 4 layers is more than enough. Like I said, that's 4 inches deep. Now these you can either bend over and glue down, or just cut them off. I'm gonna cut them off because I've got a topper piece I'm putting on. So I'm just gonna cut them off. But you can bend them over, and I just don't want the bulk for what I'm doing. And this next step I'm doing is optional. We're just going to cut these down even, or as close to even. I like to give it a little bit more stability on top. Okay, and I see one, gotta get. Okay. Like I said, this next step, you can leave it right there and put a handle on, but I want more stability on top. So what I got is, I take they're 1 inch by 12 inch. So whatever width your top piece is, so that's an inch, you take 2 inch, I'm sorry, you double that. So you take 2 inch by 12 inch and glue 2 of them together again. So this is a 2 inch by 12. So we're going to bring it around the whole top for stability. So I glue it together and then I kind of round it, just kind of soften it up a little bit, just kind of round it. Take it on the side of your desk if you and round it up just to kind of make it a little bit more flexible. And then what I do is I'm going to pop it along the top. I'm just going to push it on. This is your trickiest part. Just get it all on. I'll show you when I get it on. Just pop it on there like that. This will give a lot of stability for your top. Okay. Make sure it goes down so it'll cover. Oh geez, I did the wrong piece again, didn't I? Oh well. That's okay. I screwed up my basket, but that's okay. It was supposed to be pink. I was supposed to weave the other way, but you guys get the point. I'll show you on the other ones. Okay, so once you have that on top, it just gives it a little wider. I'm going to go around, and wherever my piece is, I'm just going to throw some glue in there. And I just start right here, and I just kind of smooth it out the best you can on the inside. You're going to get a few wrinkles on the inside. You can see there's a few wrinkles, but once you put your grass and everything inside, you're not going to see that. And this really helps the stability of your basket. So it's really a good step to do. But like I said, you don't have to. You could always just run another piece of paper along the top, just for stability, or, glue a couple pieces together. I'm using a 65-pound cardstock here. Okay, I'm going to go pretty quick here because I could sit here all day and smushing that all down. And I have a sample for you guys that's all done. So I'm just going to kind of quickly take it around and glue it. Just because you don't want to see me sit here all day. Okay. Okay, now when you get that, it'll be like that then. So you can see it inside. Like I said, there's a few wrinkles. I do not glue the outside because the outside stays really nice. So I don't put any glue down on the outside. And then for the handle, you take, again, 2 pieces that are 1 inch by 12 inches and glue them together. Okay, then I'm going to find one of the 5-inch ones there, the vertical ones, and just throw glue on that. And then we're going to throw this down on that. Okay, flip it to the other side. Do the glue down. And put it in. Line it up there. Squish it down. And there you have your basket then. Now you can also take, and if you want to decorate it, let me see if I just have these. I think I got these from Dollar Tree, these felt pieces. So I've got this little bunny. Now you don't have to decorate it. Like this one, I just put some ribbon I had along the top. You could put a big bow on the top, on the handle if you want. You decorate them any way you want. Let me get this off the back of this felt and see how this looks. Ooh, this is very sticky. These are very sticky felt pieces. Oh my goodness, they're stuck to my finger. And then maybe just stick him right there if you'll come off. So you can put a little something on the front. I got some little eggs you could put on each side. So you can decorate those up any way you want. You know, you can run some like gems along each intersection maybe. Okay, so then this is the one that I did. Let's bring you back down a little bit. Down, 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 down. There you go, so you can see these better. Now, this is the other one I did. I like this one better. I didn't do this on air because it takes so longer. This one is 1/2 inch. So you can see there, these are 1/2 inch strips instead. These are the inch strips. I just like this one better. Can you see the way that looks? I like that better. You can see the purple and the pink through there. Now for this one, let me get measurements. So if you want to make the 1/2 inch one, you still use the 7 1/4 inch base. And in fact, this one, I did not put the cardboard in between. I just have the 2 pieces of paper glued together to show you the difference. And they're still quite sturdy. So you're still going to use, so on this one, I used the 2 7 1/4 inch cardstock circles. And then I had the 8 of the 5 inch by 1/2 inch. So 8 of the 8 by the 5 inch by 1/2 inch. And then for these, the 1/2 inch, so I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16, yep. 16 1/2 inch by 12 inch, and then glue them together again. And then for along the top, it was 1 inch by 12 inches glued together and put along top like I showed you. The handle, I did an inch handle because I thought that was more stable than a 1/2 inch. So the handle is 2 pieces that are 1 inch by 12.5 by 12 inches glued together, and you have that. I'll put the measurements in the description too. So very simple to make. Now this is the size I made quite a bit when I did daycare. I made this small one. Yep. And this one comes out to be, this is a perfect size. This is 2 3/4, and it's still 2 inches deep. You can get a lot of stuff in there, but this is a perfect size for nursing homes, for your teachers, for your little giveaways for, or little, you know, exchanges for the little ones, stuff like that. Your co-workers, the perfect size for that. So this one, for this one, it's a 3 inch circle. I did 2 3 inch circles. I did not put the cardboard in the little ones. You really don't need it in the little ones. So I have 2 3 inch circles. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 8, sorry. 8 3 inch by 1/2. So 8 of them. And I go along, put them along again. 8 of them. Then I did 5 this way. So I did 5 10 by 1.5, 10 inch by 1/2 inch strips. I can't even talk. So you don't have to do no gluing together. You just need a 10 inch strip. So if you want it, this is a 1/2 inch. 1 inch really wouldn't look very good. So you want to stick with the 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch by 10 these are. So you need 5 of them because you need 1 for the handle. So you need 1 for the handle. And then for the handle I did, you can see I got 2 different colors. So you don't have to do that. You can do that on the big ones too. I did on this one. It just makes it a little stronger. So on one side I did green. So I ended up doing 4 pieces for the handle, just to make it a little sturdier if you wanted to. This one you don't have to. I just had the extra piece that I cut accidentally and I just glued it together. So for the handle, it is the 1/2 inch by 10 inches for the handle. And then if you want to put the stabilizer piece, which I think just finishes it off too. So that was 1 inch by 10.5 inches. And go around. And then put that on like that. So this is a perfect size for making for giveaway for, you know, co-workers and stuff like that. So I will put these measurements down in the description box for you to help out. This is just cardstock, nothing fancy. You can use some, if you got some like foil cardstock or something like that, you can use any of that. That'll work out fine too. So I hope you guys like this one, quick and easy. If you need a Easter basket for someone and you don't have one, easy to make, very easy to make. All right, so as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. If you guys can please give me a like and subscribe, that'll help me out a lot. Bye, everyone.